The Team Lally Show was previously recorded.
It's time to enter the world of real estate in Oahu with Hawaii's only true real estate radio show, the Team Lally Real Estate Show. Grab a pen and get ready to take notes. For the next full hour, Hawaii's premier real estate leader, Adrienne Lally, and Attilio Leonardi will bring you the latest in real estate news and real-world strategies on how they can guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it. Now, here are your hosts, Adrienne and Attilio.
Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any questions, just give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out at teamlally.com.
Hey, everybody, this is the art part of the show, and this is where I go, Tilio's random thoughts. I think about it all week, and then I give it to you now. Feedback. Write that word down, feedback. I'm going to give all of you guys right now that are listening some feedback. Here's your feedback for today. It works for everybody. It's good for everybody. Everybody should do this. Ask people for feedback about you. If you're really bold, go send this email to 10 of your closest friends and say, hey, is there anything about me that I need to work on? I'll write that down one more time for you. I'll come to your house. I'm going to write it down. Type it in an email. Is there anything that I need to work on about myself? Send it to your 10 friends that can give you honest feedback. Because I'll tell you right now, you know why grumpy, grouchy people exist in the world?
Why?
Because no one was in their life that was brave enough to give them the feedback. That's why. Because they obliviously go through life thinking everything's okay. You know, especially with families, like you make jokes, or cut downs, or, come on, you're an adult. That was cool when you were 12, and it probably still wasn't cool when you were 12. But when we make, like, for example, family get-togethers, I know a lot of those are going to be happening. You got that uncle that he thinks he's funny because he's cutting you down and everybody's laughing, but deep down inside it doesn't feel good, does it?
No.
So you tell uncle, hey, what's the matter with you? I have some feedback for what you just did right now. Don't do it in front of the whole family. So here's how you give feedback. First of all, you get them to agree to a small yes. If there was something about you that I could share with you that might be helpful to you, would you want to know? And by the way, if they say no, walk away.
No feedback for them.
No feedback for them. You're going to be the feedback Nazi. No feedback for you. Because here's going to be the deal. You just planted a seed of a thought, and I guarantee you for the rest of that family get-together, they're going to be thinking,
I wonder what that is.
I wonder what that is. So give the feedback. So get a small yes. And by the way, this came off of a TED Talk. If you want to get that information, just go to our website, teamlally.com. Send an email to info@teamlally.com, and I'll send you a 20-minute TED Talk from a workplace psychologist that studied in hundreds of businesses and took a look at the people that were really noted by their team workers, their co-workers, who was good at giving feedback. She brought them into her lab and studied exactly what they did. Get the small micro yes. Sit down with them. Ask for specifics, not blurry statements. Oh, Susie in accounting, she's always late. That's a blurry statement. Factual statement. Oh, Susie in accounting, 3 days this week, she was 10 minutes late to work. And then the other thing you're going to do is you're going to give the feedback, and you're going to say, you got to get their commitment to the change. Susie, if we can get you to show up to work on time, you're going to not make everybody all grumpy and give you stink eye when you come in late. So if you could come on time, because everybody else is coming on time, that would be so appreciative. And, this whole place would be a better place. And you're not wondering why you're getting all the coal in your stocking. Or they forgot to tell you about the Thanksgiving party at the workplace because you're always late. So anyway, feedback is very important. Two things. Be willing to give feedback and be willing to receive it. Don't get all defensive about feedback they're receiving, saying, you know what, maybe this is something that's a blind spot for me and I need to pay attention to it. And how can you be a better version of yourself and show up and not be the guy at at Kamakana Ali'i Mall, you that person, and you know how all your friends and relatives, they're ducking into the food court because they don't want to run into you. Don't be that person. Seek feedback. Send that email right now. Is there something about me that I need to know to be a better version of me? Love, Uncle Charlie.
And what an excellent gift that would be to yourself.
A gift to yourself.
Yes.
To be a better version of you. Mm-hmm. On the first day of Christmas, I went send one email, and I got plenty feedback to be a better version of me.
Well, speaking of feedback, we got a really nice review that I would like to share.
Hey, I'm not interested in any reviews. I'm just kidding. That's an example of not being open to the feedback.
Well, let's be open to the feedback.
Yeah, what the feedback?
This is a wonderful one.
Yes.
So this is from WF. That's the initials.
I hope his middle name isn't Tom.
I don't know. After going through more than a handful of agents in Honolulu for the sole purpose of purchasing property while we were overseas in our Japan home, our mainland realtor finally hooked us up with Alicia. What a delightful experience that was. Admittedly, we were not easy to deal with, but Alicia was with us every step of the way.
Yeah.
She was proactive. She pointed out what we should do and how we should do it. Doing it while being on 2 different continents, 2 different time zones is not an easy task, but she made it feel like it was easy and the deal went through without a hitch. We loved working with her so much that we had the courage to go through an additional purchase with her. Without any doubts, Alicia is one of the best in her profession. We can highly recommend her without any hesitation. Best real estate transactions in our lives.
Yeah.
Too bad we can only give 5 stars.
Too bad we can only give 5 stars. And I will tell you right now, her experience was more better than the way Adrian read that review. So, anyway, it's the holidays.
Good job, Alicia.
Good job, Alicia. Alicia's been with us. She was on a huddle this morning. By the way, we do huddles every morning. And it's not Adrian and I doing the huddles. It's on Zoom, 15 minutes, 8:45 to 9. We all get together as a team. We come together to pour into each other, learn something new, create better experiences for our clients. And Alicia did the huddle this morning, and it was all about, what are you thankful for? What are you thankful for? Well, Adrian, what you thankful for?
I am thankful for my knees.
You thankful for your knees?
Yes.
That you have them, or what specifically about your knees? Because that would be hard to get around without knees. You would look like the guy on the stilts at the carnival.
Well, I injured both of my knees pretty badly, and my left knee is slowly recovering, and I'm going to be having surgery on my right knee soon. So I am grateful for my knees. And I'll be even more grateful once they are back to 100%.
You know, something unique about our team and our company and stuff, because people, our consultants say, hey, let people into your lives for a moment. For me, it's especially important because I don't know if it's important, but you're not going to find about anything too much about me on social media. I'm not posting like my food, where I'm at, this and that, because I personally don't have a TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I don't even know what, Twitter.
Or LinkedIn, none of it.
LinkedIn, any of that stuff. Personally, I'm on social media, but I'm not on social media. So I'll share something with you. A lot of people don't realize this. It's confusing with a name like Atilio. They're like, what is that? Is that Samoan? Is that Filipino? What is that? And I'm going to tell you right now, it's Chinese. No, it's not Chinese. It's Italian, but I am half Hawaiian. My middle name is Kanaka O'Olani. That translates into busier than a one-legged man in a okole kicking contest. No, I mean it's man from heaven. That was a combination name of my grandfather, his middle name. And by the way, my grandfather on my mom's side was pure Hawaiian. And I feel like I won the Hawaiian lottery because I live on Hawaiian homes. And I graduated from and you know why Kamehameha students ask you what high school you went to?
Why?
Because we want you to ask us what high school we went to, because we're very proud of the fact that it's not Cam School. That's the Chinese version of Kamehameha schools. It's the Kamehameha schools because there's only one. So I'm very appreciative of that opportunity. My son also is a 2015 graduate. He lives in the mainland now. He's married. He works actually in the field he got his college degree in. I'm so excited about that. And so I learned this from Magic Island Mike. Maybe I knew it intuitively, but I needed him to articulate it. That the true test of a Hawaiian is how you say the word Hawaiian. And so 80% of the time, how us Hawaiians say it, we go, Hawaiian. But if you want to go the extra mile, if you want to go all the way to saying you're a Hawaiian in the way that says, I am truly Hawaiian, you're going to skip the W and put one J in. Say it, Adrian.
No.
Ha, giant. All the people is going, what? Yes, that's true. By the way, we had our pie party the other day, and we had a great guest come by. Oh, you wanted to read? You're sharing something else.
Speaking of the pie party, we want to give a big thank you to our sponsors.
Yeah,
yes.
Who was our sponsors?
So we had Kilauea Pest Control.
Way to go, John Speed.
Thank you. All States.
Way to go, Bradley Maruyama.
Thank you. We had the Lone Depot.
Lone Depot, that's Jeff. He's the man.
And then we have a Zero Res.
Zero Res, and that's Charlie over at, no, I don't know. It's
Scott.
Scott over at Zero Res.
Yes.
They clean carpets.
Then we got the Pack Rim.
Pack Rim, Jody and Derek.
The Mortgage Genius. And then Rhino of Hawaii Unified.
Yeah, him and Ducky. By the way, Hawaii Unified, they are a locally owned company. They run a nonprofit out of Makaha teaching kids vocational skills like HVAC, that's heating, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning.
And carpentry. Construction.
By the way, if you got tools that you like get rid of, it's the new year, you got to clean out that garage.
Good tools, though.
Yeah, good tools.
Not junky tools.
Not all bust up tools. Good tools that they can use at their trade school for the kids because they got to show up with the tools. But they're awesome organization, and that's going to lead me into my next thing. If your electric bill is going all nuts right now, because here's the deal. Time of use is the new billing system that HECO has instituted here, first of the year. And what that means is your day rate is a certain rate, which is 9 to 5. 5 to 9 is triple the day rate. And then overnight, 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. the next morning is double. So what that means is when you come home and you're cooking, cleaning, and everybody's on Netflix and everybody's on their own phones and they're not connected as a family, then you're paying a lot of electric bills. So even if your bill was $300, expect it to go to $400, $500. Now here's the deal. Even if you have solar and you haven't updated your panels, unless you have a capacity that's more than what you use, then your bill will probably stay the same. But if not, then you got to take a look at having your system reviewed. Maybe the inverter technology, that's improved. The panels have improved. Maybe some of your panels are not operating to 100% as they were when they were first installed. Maybe you don't have batteries. It's so easy. What they got to do?
Just send us an email, info@teamlally.com.
With
a copy of your most recent electric bill.
With your electric bill. So when you see the electric bill, now you're like, and then after we consult with you and maybe give you some advice, you can be like, oh, okay. Because we're going to have some opportunities here to help you with your electric bill. It's important. Realtors, if you want us to teach you how to have these conversations with your clients, I think it's a way to serve our clients. And I think it's a fiduciary responsibility for us to reach out to our clients because the second biggest expense after the mortgage is what, Adrian? Of homeownership.
Yes. Yeah, I would say the electric bill. But in some cases, it would be that maintenance fee.
The maintenance fee,
depends on where it's at.
Yeah, some maintenance fees are redonkulous, and they continue to rise up. So if you're in that situation, then the third highest expense is going to be electric bill. But I live in the villages of Kapolei. Our I think it's $45-50 is our HOA fees, but my electric bill is way higher than $50. So it is the second highest bill, right after the mortgage. And so if you want to gain control of your energy costs, all you got to do is send an email to info@teamlally.com with your electric bill.
And we'll come up with a solution for you.
And even if it doesn't work this way or that, you know what?
At least
I think, could they be entered into to win a cruise?
Yeah.
I think so.
Why not?
We'll give you a cruise. Just send us your electric bill. Now, Don't be like getting your auntie's electric bill and you sleeping on the couch. You got to be the owner of the place, and your name got to be on the bill. Okay? Okay. What else? Oh, I wanted to give, we're going to have some guests on the show later on. Is it going to be this one about the Maui?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We have the Pots are going to be our featured guests. We'll be bringing them on right after the break.
You know, I just want to give a lot of stuff flies out there regarding what's going on with the Lahaina fires and the survivors. Mm-hmm. And you see a lot of stuff on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And I don't know for a fact that a majority of it is all baloney or rhetoric or conspiracy theories. But if I had to guess, I would say a majority of it is not very factual, just someone's perception. But I'm going to give you some facts. By the way, so all insurance in Hawaii is regulated by the insurance commissioner. It's a licensed and regulated industry. So what they did was, it's called the Hawaii Insurance Division, went to all the people that had insurance claims. So if you doing insurance in the state of Hawaii, you have to be registered with the Hawaii Insurance Division, and they license and regulate you. And so this data is accurate. So for the West Maui residential property claims, I'm going to give you the pie chart. Total losses paid through September 30th, $660,464,000. How does that break down? Did you say how did that break down, Adrian?
How does that break down,
I'm going to tell you right now. $516,541 was of that pie went to homeowners insurance. So you had a home burned down and you got one check.
It's $516 million. Right?
Sorry, 500. Whoa. $516,541,000 of the $660 million went to homeowners. Mm-hmm. Okay, you had own house in that area. When burned down, you put one claim in. That's how much money was being given out so far. Dwelling fire landlord. So these are people that had rental properties. $109,839,000. Mm-hmm. That's so number one. Number two. Number three. Condominium unit owners. Maybe because there's more single family homes that went burned down than condos.
Yep.
$27,870,000. The last one, renters. Even the renters got some stuff. $6,194,000. And then the last one, other residential property. So that would be like I don't know, like your car. It was there. Mm-hmm. You had whatever. Grandma's. You had your Pokemon card collection. Whatever got burned up. You put the claim in. 20.
It's $20,000.
Oh, $20,000. Oh, wow. So even for that, for just miscellaneous claims. So $660 million, folks, is going out. Now, am I saying stop helping, stop paying attention, stop bringing awareness to this? No, not at all. What I'm doing in this moment is bringing you some facts about what's going on in Lahaina. Now, the latest update that I saw, too, is that even if you got the check and you're ready to build, the big challenge right now is the water system is going to take a lot of money for that water system to get fixed. They're having to flush it out. Got some EPA situations over there. It's right next to the ocean. So you cannot build unless that water system. So hopefully they're going to speed that up. I have hope because did you hear about the big fire in LA with the big freeway?
No. What happened?
Hey, you're the one on social media. Anyway, it was like a major thoroughfare. Just imagine H1 when big fire underneath and then it collapsed.
Oh.
That would be terrible, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they said it was going to take a really long time, then more so than expected. I think they said 3, 4, 5 weeks. Don't quote me on that. It was just a high number. They got it done in a matter of days.
Wow.
Because that was the mindset. Maybe there was under delivering and over prom. I mean, what is it? Under promising
and over delivering.
They over delivered. So that's my shout out to governor, to the people, whoever at Board of Water Supply, whoever's in charge of getting that water system up, get it done quickly so these people can get back to their lives. They cannot start building until that water system is up and running. The sewer, the water lines, you need all of that up and running in that area. I know it's going to be a big project, but if they can giddy up in LA and they don't even have the aloha spirit. Just imagine what we can do here if we just giddy up, get it going, get it done quickly, so that those people can start rebuilding. Because I'm going to tell you right now, what's going to happen is a lot of the local people or people who don't have a lot of cash flow, they're just going to end up moving, and then they're going to take their check. They're not going to rebuild, and they're going to sell the land and then give up properties that maybe have been in that family for multiple generations, and we don't want that to happen. No. So whoever the powers that be, please get that water system up and running. I know there's probably a lot of context that we're unaware of, but please get it up and running so that the people can start rebuilding, can take that money, put people back to work in the construction industry, and all of that good stuff. If you have any questions, you just want a third-party eyeball on what's going on in Lahaina, and you're there, and you just want somebody to talk to that has no specific interest in what you're doing there, you can call us, 799-9596, 799-9596. We've done the research. We've got a ton of resources, ton of directions we can point you into. You just want somebody to hear you out, call us, 799-9596. We will point you in the right direction to sources that we vetted out. Right, Adrian?
That's right.
Here's the one thing I noticed when in 06, 07, 08 had a lot of people facing foreclosure. Mm-hmm. What was the negative thing that started cropping up or popping up during that time? That's also happening now.
Oh, just a lot of predatory lending.
Scammers.
Yes.
I will tell you right now, if you're unsure if something is for real, mm-hmm. Call us, email us, send us out. We'll research it. We'll check it out. We know what kind of questions to ask and what kind of research to do on these situations to make sure they're legitimate, because we have this experience from the 06, 07, 08 foreclosure crisis, and we can tell you what's a scam and what's not. Here's an easy one. They ask for the money up front before they give you help. Mm-hmm. That is the number one red flag for scams. They ask you to send the money up front and then they give you the help. That is not the way. Somebody that's truly helping will do a consultation with you. They'll be able to send you references, this and that, other people to talk to. There's all kind of research you can do, but do not send these people money, because what happens when the people send the money?
Then the scammers just disappear.
Yeah, then they ghost you and they can't hear you ever again, and then that's the end of that. So that's a big red flag there. I want to talk about people who are thinking about selling their homes before we take our first break, Adrian. And what do people need to know about selling a home in this market? And by the way, any market, what do they need to know?
Well, preparing their home properly.
What's the goal?
Is to, just to make it perfect, or as close to perfect as possible. Just move in ready. Turnkey. A beauty contest.
Move
in
ready. And what does move in ready mean?
That means that all they need to do is bring their furniture and their clothes and everything, and then that's it.
No, you're giving me one generic answer to a generic statement. I'm saying specifically what they got to do before we take our break.
Oh, I mean, there's a lot of different things that they can do. I mean, we've got a whole checklist.
3 of them.
Okay, so
1,
painting.
Number 2, get everything out of the house, declutter. Number 3 is get the house super clean.
Mm-hmm. And depersonalize. So those are the things. Here's the easy thing. There's about 15 other things that we recommend that you do. We'll give it to you for free, and this is how. No obligation. We come to your house. We do a walkthrough, take pictures. We're going to send you back a very detailed list of what you need to do to maximize the sale price of your home. No obligation. We'll come to your house and do that. We're not hard sell. We'll take a purely consultative approach. And then we also have professionals that can assist you if there's things that you just don't want to do.
All.
Exactly.
We got it all. All right. All
right. We are going to take a break. Mm-hmm. But stay with us. When we come back, we'll be talking with Barbara Potts and Sarah Twitchell. We'll talk about their nonprofit organization and how they've been helping Lahaina residents.
So stay with us.
Taking one cash offer for your home doesn't have to be your only option. I'm Barbara Corcoran, and especially in today's current market, having a local real estate agent who offers great marketing and options that are customized to fit your needs is smart. In Honolulu, the agents I trust are Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardo. They can give you a guarantee to sell your home, flexible fees, or up to $10,000 in cash to help with repairs. Get the option that's right for you. Go to teamlally.com.
Hey, Sean Hannity here, talking with the only real estate agent in your market I recommend. Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. You know, it's more important than ever that you have your house in top condition when you sell it. Can you give some suggestions on how to do that?
Sean, homes need to be move-in ready. The basics are decluttering, depersonalizing, professional cleaning, and getting all the honey-do lists done. We have the resources to do a full remodel and or simple things like cleaning, painting, and landscaping.
How will that impact the listing price?
Ultimately, by working with a team of professionals with a ton of resources and strategies, you will net more money in a shorter amount of time. That's it. Let's go.
Great update. Thank you for keeping us informed. Put the most experience and the best marketing to work for you. Call Team Lally now at 799-9596 or online at teamlally.com. That's teamlally.com.
If you're looking for an outstanding insurance agent that will personally help you during the moment of truth, we recommend Bradley Maruyama with Allstate Insurance.
So, Attilio, what do you mean by the moment of truth?
Well, the best insurance is the insurance you never have to use. But we know that's not how life works. So when life happens, you can count on Bradley and his team to exceed your expectations for your insurance needs.
Keep in mind that when buying a home, the cost of home insurance should be taken into consideration. I trust Bradley with my own personal home, so you should give him a call. Call Bradley with Allstate Insurance at 591-8016.
The Team Lally Real Estate Show continues.
Give it to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it.
Welcome back, and thanks for listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. I'm Adrian.
And I'm Hawaiian.
And if you have any questions, just give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
All right. Our first guest moved to Lahaina in 2005 together with her husband. They have been committed to giving back to the community and assisting Lahaina public schools.
Joining us also is a graduate at ASU with a bachelor's degree in nonprofit management. She has lived and worked on Maui since 2009 and is proud to call Maui her home. Please welcome today's guests, Barbara Potts and Sarah Twitchell.
Hey, Barbara and Sarah, are you there?
We are here.
Aloha.
Awesome. Aloha.
Yes.
First, the very most important question that I always like to ask of people named Sarah. Did your mom and dad name you after the Hall & Oates song?
They did not,
okay.
Unfortunately.
Do you even know who Hall & Oates is? You sound young.
I do know who they are, but
okay.
I'm not familiar with that song.
Okay, now I have planted the seed. You need to go look that up.
Go look it up, Sarah.
Sarah.
I will.
Anyway. Another little fact I want to share with you. When I was reading your intro, I was like, no way. So my daughter Isabella is a graduate of ASU. And guess what she got her degree in? Nonprofit management. And she got her master's degree. Yeah. She got her degree in, she actually went all the way to her master's. And then she is one of these weird kids. She got a job in the field right out of college. She works for a Arizona nonprofit. It's all about like green energy and sustainability. And she got a job right out of college in her field. Isn't that crazy?
Awesome. Good for her.
Yes, and she's excited. So hello, Isabella. Every time I call her, since she was a little girl, I always say, hello, beautiful. And yep. So, and she is. But anywho. All right. Let's get back to the topic, Adrian.
So, I know that this was not mentioned in the intro, but we know Barbara and her husband, Lee, because they are some awesome Keller Williams agents over on Maui.
Maui, yeah.
Yep, and Lahaina was their, was their home. That's where their office was. That's where all of their, real estate business was based out of. And we're just happy to have you guys on the show to talk about this.
This is I'm gonna tell you right now, folks.
Good to be here.
This is a huge thing. You got Barbara and her husband Lee that lost their real estate business, and this was their place and everything. That was like home central.
To just start over.
And what are they on the show about?
Helping others.
Helping others.
Helping the Keiki, right?
Right on. So we have two favorite Barbaras in our life. Barbara Corcoran.
And Barbara Potts.
And Barbara Potts. You're in good company.
So on that note, if you guys could share a little bit about how did the Maui Keiki Fire Relief Fund start?
Yes.
Sarah, I'll let you talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, both of us, Barbara and I, live here on the west side, and immediately after the fires, I started volunteering, and many others on our team started volunteering in the community. Mm-hmm. And through those volunteer efforts, we just saw the need for the Keiki. In this crazy, traumatized situation, we realized that is one way we can make an impact. And so as we were all sharing stories, stories of kids just kept coming up, and we said, what can we do, and who can we get involved, and how can we start? And that was just a couple days after the fire.
Awesome. And so how can listeners help increase the number of children, Keiki and Ohana, who have suffered such a great loss from the August fire? How can our listeners help?
Sarah, I'll leave that to you also.
The best way is to go to our Facebook page. It is Maui Keiki Fire Relief Fund. Mm-hmm. They can go on there. They can see some of the kids that we've helped, some of the stories of the parents, and they can donate through Venmo, or if they would like a tax-deductible donation, we're thankful to have partnered with Barbara's nonprofit, and they can donate that way for a tax-deductible donation.
I just wanted to, Adrian, you had something?
Oh, I was just going to say on that note, like you're talking about like going to the website, but let's share a couple of success stories with how you guys have been making a difference so far.
Well, we've had 31 applicants so far, and most of these kids, 84% of the applicants have lost their home, 48% lost their school, certain percentage of them lost family, and their parents lost their homes, their cars, and their jobs. So we've decided just giving a little bit, as much as we can. We've raised over $20,000 in the beginning, and so we've been able to give $150 per person per family.
Nice.
And we're planning to do that each month throughout the school year. So Sarah can talk about how that money's been used. She's talked to the applicants and met with them, but we just really want to make sure that we can increase the number of people that we can serve and the level of help that we're giving them.
Nice. Just Sarah, before you expand upon that, I want to say this. Business owners. Well, for two things. Number one, we know Barbara on a personal level. So if you're thinking, is this a scam? Is this thing legitimate? All Adrian and I need to know is that Barbara is behind this. And I'm going to tell you, and we will stack our reputation, Team Lally, behind Barbara and tell you that if you're looking for ways to help, go to this website. Go to this. You know what? Tell your whole family. Forget about getting the free toaster at Walmart on Black Friday. Just donate the money. You don't need more stuff.
That's right.
Yeah.
You need to help people.
That would be an excellent Christmas gift, is donating to this fund. Instead of spending all this money on
stuff that's going to be donated 2 years from now anyway and be in the landfill. You don't need it.
The kids need some support.
These are the kids that need your help today. The ones that didn't have their house burned down, their school burned down, or lost a family, they'll be okay. The other thing I want to share with you business owners, and I'm gonna, it's always, WIFM is the most popular radio station on the planet. I wish it was the Team Lally show, but it's not. Let's be real. And that stands for what, Adrian?
What's in it for me?
So business people, come close, come a little bit closer. Here's the deal. Make a huge donation to the company, to this nonprofit, and whatever, post it on your social media because Adrian, it's called For Benefit Marketing. And where did we get this concept from? What was the company?
So Tom's Shoes is really, good about this. And they even wrote a book on it.
Called For Benefit Marketing.
Yeah, like when the consumers see two companies that are, equally the same.
That they can't tell the difference.
Yeah, but when they see that one company is giving back to the community, then they're going to usually choose that company.
If you're going toe to toe with a competitor or a couple people and you all look the same, 98% of the time the consumer will go with the business that is giving back to their community. So if you want to do more business, write a humongous check, hit that donate button on the website, and contribute to these kids and these families.
What? It's also like, right before the end of the year, some people
need a write-off.
Need some tax deductions.
Yeah.
This would qualify, and you'll be doing an excellent thing for the Keiki.
So for the question, what is the criteria used to award assistance to the children? I want to put some Hawaiian in there, the Keiki and the Ohana.
Mm-hmm.
So as I mentioned, we have all these statistics about what is their situation. So the parent fills out the application, and we have all these questions that they're answering. So did you lose an immediate family member? Did you lose your home? What's the situation with the school? We've asked all of those questions. And then our team members are reaching out to these people after we get the application, and they're meeting them in person, talking to them, making sure that they really understand what the need is. And Sarah can talk a little bit more about that process.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sarah.
I didn't know that reaching out to the families and the children would be such a blessing to me when I call them and when I've met with them personally. They've been so unbelievably thankful. The kids have been so happy to meet. And then I was able to ask, what is your direct need this month and how can this money help?
Yeah.
And then the parents have been able to post on our Facebook page of what they're able to buy, like school uniforms for their new school so the kids don't stand out and look different than the other kids. Even letting them have a fun day away, something to be positive. So it's been so great to meet the families and just know them in the community personally.
Yeah.
So if you guys could share the website or the link again so our listeners, maybe they missed that first part of the show, where do they go?
Yeah, what's the link? What's
so that
the website?
They can donate?
To donate, they can go to Maui Keiki Fire Relief Fund on Facebook. Maui Keiki Relief Fire Fund. And from there, they can donate through Venmo or donate through our nonprofit, and it'd be tax deductible.
And then what about if you are a survivor and you haven't applied yet? Where's the best spot to do the application?
Is it the same website?
Yes, same Maui
website. There's an
Keiki Fire Relief Fund.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maui Keiki wait, say it again?
Maui Keiki Fire Relief Fund.
Fire Relief Fund. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What?
There's a donate button, and then there's an apply button, I believe.
Yeah. So you business owners out there, people around the world, I don't know, I'm just going to speak it because this show does go up on iTunes. So if you're in, if you're in the south of France right now, living the baller lifestyle, and you want to feel good about yourself, go to this website and hit that donate button. Okay. And
then you guys mentioned too that on your Facebook group that people are, posting all of, the things that they've been able to provide for the kids or things that they've been able to do with the money. Is that a private group, or is that something that you guys are sharing with the donors?
Anyone can go on that website. Yeah. And so, I guess the only thing I would add is there are 2,700 families living in hotels, 229 living in Airbnbs, 253 are living with other families in their homes.
Wow.
So we have a real need. So we've only been able to find 31 applicants. We were hesitant because a lot of people wanted to be able to give to a nonprofit.
Yes.
So now that we have that, we can really try to get more people to apply.
All right. So Oprah, Jason Momoa, The Rock, get your checkbooks open and whatever. Go post it on your Instagram and get 1 million hits for the $1 million checks you guys are going to be writing. Because I like the fact that you guys are, I talk about Barbara. You live in this community. I mean, you're one of the survivors of what happened there. Yeah. And you're seeing it firsthand on the ground. What else do you want to share with our listeners? Because I was on the show earlier, I just talked about it, is that, a majority of the stuff we're seeing on social media is it's not helpful is the most polite way I could say it. So from your firsthand experience of being a survivor of the Lahaina fires, what would be the things that you would want our listeners to understand of what happened and what's going on afterwards?
Well, I guess the first thing is it just happened so fast. No one could be prepared. No one I have talked to was able to know ahead of time and get ready and get out. I mean, it was a horribly fast, terrible thing. Lucky for me, I wasn't actually in Lahaina at the time. So, they've lost everything. I guess that's what I would say is people have lost everything. I went to the dentist yesterday, and everyone in the dentist's office lost their home. And the dentist that I see, I didn't go in his office because it burned down. So he's crammed into another dentist office. And, it's just incredible, the impact just to everyone. I don't know. I can't say it enough. Sarah, you could probably add to it.
Yeah, I think it's sad and a lot worse than people realize to imagine that half our town is completely gone. And one thing that we experience in the real estate world is that so many are without a home right now. And so if there are owners out there on Maui that have a second home or have a vacation rental home that's empty and they're willing to host displaced families, that would be really helpful because they're tired of living in a hotel with no kitchen, and having somewhere stable to be would be great for the kids.
Yeah, one of the guests that we had on the show before was a company called, it's a nonprofit. Well, they're not a nonprofit, but they work directly with FEMA. They work directly with FEMA. It's called Lima Charlie. And it's called Lima Charlie. And they are, I think we've got two of the KW agents there out there trying to reach property owners. But again, people are hesitant because they don't know if it's a scam.
This is not a scam.
We personally know. We personally know Ron Cedilio and his group, and they have done this in other disaster areas in the mainland that had similar situations. So this is not their first rodeo. And what they do here is, it's so easy. If you're a homeowner and you've got a vacant property or maybe even vacation rental, you were going to say, Adrian?
Yeah. So with the vacation rentals, they won't give you the market rent like for a long-term rental. They'll do their best to match what you were getting as a vacation rental.
So helping these property owners get some income. And what they do is they sign the lease. They come up with the first and last month. They will handle the rental payments until the survivor.
It's usually, I think, 12 to 18 months is what they're estimating.
Like they'll hold the property for that long, but they're bridging that gap so that these people can get out of the hotel now, have a signed lease ready to go. They're going to do the property management. You, as a homeowner over there, you're going to get the income, and then when
you'll be helping the survivors.
You'll be helping the survivors, and then when FEMA kicks in with the money, then that money goes from FEMA straight to the property owners. They're just bridging the gap to make it happen now. And they are approved by FEMA. So the best way to do this is you have to register with FEMA. But that obviously not everybody's registered with FEMA, but I'm sure by now they have.
Hopefully.
Where the gap is property owners. So please send us an email. It's easy, info@teamlally.com. We'll point you in the right direction. Or if you're getting these calls from that type of organization, take the call, take the email, respond. It's legitimate.
Not a scam.
Again, it's called Lima Charlie. And Lima Charlie is whatever that is. That's military code. It means loud and clear. We hear you. Lima Charlie. Yeah. So what else do you guys want to share? Yeah. Go ahead.
I guess I would say I can't emphasize how important it is for these families to get some stability. I mean, my own personal experience, my husband and I moved 7 times, and then we finally got into the condo where we're living now. But, if you have a family and you have children and you have to keep moving and you don't know where you're going to end up. I mean, I've talked to so many people that they've lost their home. They aren't going to be able to get into their home or rebuild for maybe 2 or more years at least. And there's no stability. There's no way to know where they're going to be next month, or it's just really hard.
So this is the solution. And by the way, there's more than just one vendor that's doing this. Again, the challenge is for you property owners is to, if you're not sure if whoever is reaching out to you is not some scam or somebody from the mainland trying to
just give us a call.
We'll help be a predator. Be predators as far as trying to find something dirt cheap. Give us a call. We'll tell you if it's a real deal or not. You can also vet them out by just checking with FEMA. But if you just want a quicker response, we've done all the research. So again, we're begging you property owners over there to get your properties into this system so that these survivors can be placed and they can have some stability in their life. Just imagine one day you had a house with all your stuff in it and your school and your community, and then the next day is all gone. How would you feel? So,
and if you're not a property owner, you can just donate to this Keiki fund. And help the kids because they're struggling. They don't know where they're going to be living next month.
A lot of
many of them.
I don't know if you guys saw, but I forgot what it's on. I think Netflix or no, YouTube. There, because you watch, I'm cheap, so I watch the free YouTube movies, but I'm a weirdo. I like watching documentaries. And I watched one on Seat at the Table, I think is the name of it. But there are over 50 million Americans in the number one country in the world that don't have enough food to eat. So I can imagine that $150, Maui is very expensive. Maybe they're just using that food to make sure that their kids are getting some good food, because that is the number one thing that is a challenge for people in this situation, that their kids get good food so that they can be good students and reduce the stress of wondering what we're gonna have for dinner tonight. So, what else, Adrian or Barbara or Sarah?
I just want to say thank you to those that have already given. Thank you to those that are considering it, as well as the business owners who are considering giving at the end of the year. That, yes, this money will go directly to the kids. We do meet each family individually. And thank you to those owners that are going to give up their homes, because they are providing hope in a place that it's very much needed.
Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. And Barb, did you have any closing thoughts as we wrap up the show, because we only have a few more minutes before we close it out.
And then we got a nice surprise for you guys. Go ahead.
I'm thankful that we were able to come up with a budget where we could give $150 to the applicants so far. We'd be happy to give more if we had more. We're looking at how much money we've raised and how many families have applied. So we'd love to serve more families, and we'd love to be able to give them more because, gosh, they really need it.
All right, you business owners, we're going to call you out. Adrian, you ready to call out these business owners and other realtors?
Yeah.
All right, so Adrian and myself, Team Lally, we are going to, within the next 24 hours, we're going to have our team do it, but we are going to donate $500 straight to you guys' organization to take care of this. Here's my challenge to everybody else. All you other business owners, all you realtors out there, we like to challenge you to match our donations. I want to hear about 20 different businesses or realtors. $500 a pop. What is the math on that? 10 grand?
Yeah.
All right. As we say at Team Lally,
let's do it.
That's it. Let's go. All right.
Thank you for the opportunity to talk about it.
Awesome.
Yes, thank you. Thank you both for being on the show and sharing with us and all of our listeners about everything that you've been able to accomplish so far. And looking forward to bringing more awareness and more money so that you can help more kids.
And again, say the name of the website 2 times real slow. What is it again?
Sarah.
Maui Keiki Fire Relief Fund.
One more time.
Maui Keiki Fire Relief Fund.
Yeah. If you're a business owner and you don't know how to spell all those words, no.
And you can find, if you go on the Facebook, you'll find the group there as well. So very easy to find.
Yeah.
Join it.
What else?
Donate. Join it and then donate.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for being on the show.
We appreciate you both.
Thank you. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Aloha.
Hello.
All right, we've got a couple minutes left with our closing thoughts here for today's show.
Yeah.
I think we've got a couple of announcements. We have a career night coming up next month in beginning of January. HawaiiCareerNight.com.
Just remember that site, HawaiiCareerNight.com. We're always looking for winners. Winner, chicken dinner. So all you got to do is go to jointeamlally.com. Doesn't matter your experience, no experience. You just got to be humble, hungry, and smart. What else, Adrian?
I think that you were talking about doing some team building for different businesses.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You have a little speaker kick that you want to offer up to the different business owners in our community.
All right. It's absolutely free. It's called our Ideal Team Player Training. I have this modeled after the book called The Ideal Team Player, written by Patrick Lencioni. He also wrote another book you might know called The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. Mm-hmm. And he looked at hundreds of businesses and went into businesses that were operating at a high level and had an awesome culture, and found that there were 3 things present in the people within that organization. And so what I do is I come in for 1 hour in your organization, anywhere here on Oahu, even outer islands if I'm teaching it somewhere else, and we will do a self-assessment of those 3 attributes. We will find out who are the key people in your organization that model this behavior. And then we'll also, if you're brave, and I always require that leadership be in the room when I do this training. Nothing as ineffective as bringing in training and then leadership is not in the room, because they are going to do an assessment of their leadership to see if you have these 3 attributes of an ideal team player to be leading them.
I think that ties right back into the beginning of our show about feedback and how important feedback is. And then also like being willing to receive that feedback.
Yeah. So it's a very effective thing. We do it in our own organization. We're constantly seeking feedback so that we can do better. And if you can't do better unless you know better.
That's right.
That's it. So let's go. So all you got to do is send an email, info@teamlally.com. Tilio, we want you to come out and do our Ideal Team Player Training. I've done it at a whole bunch of organizations all across Salem Communications, iHeartMedia, Kilauea Pest Control, a whole bunch of organizations.
And you'll be heading on over to help with First Hawaii Title.
First Hawaii Title to do that.
Yep. All over the states.
I've done it with Habilitat and everything else. So.
Okay, so I also want to give a quick reminder to our listeners. You can't find Attilio on social media, but you can find our team.
Yes.
So we're found under just Team Lally or Team Lally Hawaii.
Yeah.
If you put that in the search bar, you will find us there. We do live stream the show. So if you're curious, what do we look like? What's happening during the radio show? Feel free to tune in on YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook.
Yep. Adrian is one 300-pound Samoan lady, and I am 4 feet tall, and I'm a little Filipino man. So if you want to know if that's true or not, watch us live stream the show every Saturday at
10:07.
At 10:07 a.m. And then if you're old school and you just want to listen to us on the radio,
you can also find us on other Salem stations. So we are all over the radio and all over social media.
The only way you're not going to get a hold of us is if you live in a bunker somewhere with no Wi-Fi or internet. I think we're ending this show.
Yes, so thank you for listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
Jody and Derek of Pacific Rim Mortgage.
Bradley of Allstate Insurance.
Kenji with Pillar to Post Home Inspections.
John with Kilauea Pest Control.
Duke with Hawaii Pacific Property Management.
Robinson of Fine Line Paintworks.
Jake with Skyta Construction, Roofing and Solar.
Scott with Zero Res Hawaii.
Amphi with Estate Planning Group.
Jason Wu, attorney at law.
Jeff with the Loan Depot.
Rhino of Hawaii Unified.
Kenny with Badfish Carpentry.
And Janice of Dream House Drafting.
And Tony with the Tony Group. I'm just kidding on that last one. We just hope he'll be a sponsor. If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, just go to teamlally.com.
We also want to give a big thank you to Leah Rodriguez, our producer here in the studio.
Chee-hoo.
Make sure to tune in next week. We'll have an awesome guest talking about something that'll change your life.
Forever. This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed
Sold program. If we can't sell your home at the agreed upon price and our time frame, we'll have it bought for cash.
Thanks
and aloha.
The preceding program was sponsored by Team Lally.